Hey guys, welcome. My name is Dylan. I'm a performer here in Boston. I forgot to film an intro before I filmed the rest of this video, so I'm doing that right now. We're gonna move my entire apartment, and then I'm gonna give you a haul of the art on my walls. So get ready to time travel with me a week into the past, when I had hair, and let's move all my stuff. Today I'm drinking an iced maple latte. It's one of my favorite things to get here, and I think this place has the best ones, so cheers! So I'm walking back to my apartment now, and I thought I would tell you a little bit about what music I've been listening to lately. Addison Rae released Nothing On But The Radio. I'm not sure who wrote it, but it was an unreleased, leaked Lady Gaga song. I've also been listening to Why Am I Like This by Orla Garland. I just rewatched the first season of Heartstopper, finished the second season. It's my favorite obsession, and that song is just so good. I've also been listening to We Can Be Anything by Baby Queen, and that's another one of my favorites from Heartstopper that's a little more optimistic. It's finally move out day. I've been kind of anxious about this. I don't really know why it's been causing me so much anxiety, but it is. It's just something I have to do, you know. So I'm getting ready. I'm waiting for my parents to come meet me. We're gonna get some breakfast and then we're gonna start on the move. So I just finished moving all my stuff. It was kind of stressful. I've been a little bit tense all day, but I'm ready to set up my new room, so that's what's next. Okay, update. I would say I'm 60%, 70, 60% unpacked. It started to get dark outside, so I had to turn on the overhead lighting. I can't stand her, but I need to see. So I think I'm gonna get dinner with my parents and then finish unpacking everything else in my room tomorrow because I'm worn out. It's time for bed. And I unpacked almost everything in my room. I still have to do the kitchen and everything else tomorrow. That's gonna be a future Dylan problem. And the rest of my room is also gonna be a future Dylan problem. But I made so much progress. I definitely didn't have to be as stressed out as I was, but that's life. So I'm gonna go to bed and I will check in tomorrow. Okay, I'm back. So ever since I was little, I've always liked to have my walls just full of stuff. And it's time to decorate, so it's time to put all my art back up on my walls. And so I thought it would be cool to kind of show you guys the kinds of things I like to hang up. I'm a super sentimental person. I like to take random stuff and I like to throw it up on my walls if it reminds me of a memory or if I just think it looks cool. So I thought I would go through and show you all my stuff. So first is this little dollar bill. This was the first dollar that I ever made from music, and I kind of keep it up as a reminder that I can make money from this. I can turn this into a career. Next is this painting I did. It's acrylic. It's super tiny. I just finished watching Heartstopper. That is my favorite show. I've watched it 4 times, and so I wanted to do a little painting from the end of season 1. So this next one is an oil painting. I found the picture online, and I love neon lights, and I love this like retro vibe. It feels very nostalgic, and so I wanted to paint it. Next up is this poster of Manchester Wall by an artist. I don't remember his name. I'm gonna put it right here. So Manchester Wall is this like old support for the Civil War era bridge in my hometown, and you can rock climb on it, and I love to rock climb, and so I thought it would just like remind me a little bit of home. And I like that it says Climb or Fall, Manchester Wall, conveniently located near 3 hospitals, because it's funny. And I also used to work at one of those hospitals, so. Alright, next up I have a whole variety of music posters. These are all albums that I really like. Some Sam Smith, Sour, controversial take, but the 2 best Taylor Swift albums. And then my 2 favorite Lady Gaga albums also, Chromatica, and then Born This Way, but it's a picture of me on the motorcycle because my roommate broke into my room and take pictures of me everywhere, and so I kept that one up. These next couple items are like super sentimental to me. This says Boots and Slay, like Slay the House Down Boots. My friends made these posters for me when I was performing at my first open mic night, the first time I really like ever performed an original song in front of anybody that wasn't like a class. And so my friends made me these posters and were holding them up while I was singing. They make me feel very loved. This next one is the set list from the first time I ever performed like a gig. We booked this place called the Middle East Club, and it was last December, and so I performed 3 original songs there. Next we have an Ava Max poster. I saw Ava Max in Boston a couple months ago. She was a great performer. I love this. This is from an artist named Hate Copy. You can find her on Instagram. I just love the comic book style. And it says, if I can't be a good Betty, then I must be a good artist. I feel like it ties in like my love for art. It ties in my Indian heritage. I just think it's super cool. This next one is a poster for a Keith Haring exhibit at the Broad Museum, which is in LA. Keith Haring is one of my favorite visual artists. I've like been a fan of him, of his art, I guess, forever. I think his art is super cool, the way it ties in activism, the way it was so like accessible to everyone when he was alive. I love Keith Haring's art. I could do a whole video on Keith Haring. This next one is a sign that I borrowed from the T in Boston. I did make sure it was after these dates, so they weren't using the sign anymore. And then it slipped into my hand and I put it on my wall. We've got another Keith Haring print. This is a print by an artist, Miramar Studio, and I think it's super fantastic. I love block prints like this, where they get like a rubber block or a wood block and they use a gouge and carve it out. I used to do this stuff all the time in high school. It's one of my favorite forms of 2D art making, and I think this one was like super detailed and it just looked super fantastic. This is just a quote. LGBTQI people reveal the splendor and abundance of an extravagantly creative God in the wildly beautiful and creative expressions of love and family we create in the world. And I just think that's beautiful, so I keep it up. This is a note that a little girl put into my bucket while I was performing. I just think it's really cute, and it makes me happy. It says, "You're a really good singer. You don't need money to know that. You are amazing." And so I just keep it up. I think it's really cute. I have lots of postcards too from far away places that I just like to keep up. I started doing this thing that every time I travel, every day I buy a postcard, and then on the back I write what I did that day. And so it's like a journal, and that's kind of it. That's all my stuff, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all up. You can see that right now. All right, we're all done, mostly done. I still am gonna fill in some of these little spots with like little pictures and stuff, and then I'll show you what it looks like on this wall in front of me, because there's tons of stuff on there too. And that's all I have. So in the comments, let me know what kind of art you like. Let me know if you've had to move recently, if you have any advice, and I'll see you in a week with a new video. God bless. So